Well, good morning, everyone. We are live. Lovely to see you this morning. So, hi, George, and hello, Tegan. Good morning. Let me see if I can just do a little readjustment. Ooh, it's not gonna like it. It's not gonna like it. No. Oh, maybe. Fantastic. So today we are going to be having a little practice of our weekly challenge. You may have noticed behind me my 10 items. So I've lined them up against the wall, and I'm going to be giving them a go today. We're going to be giving them a go at my little relay. It's called retraction. I don't know what's the answer to what that's an answer to, but good morning, Artyom. Hello. So yeah, we're going to do our shuttle run relay sprints today, and you guys are going to attempt to beat your previous score from Monday. So we're going to need to think back to Monday. If you can't remember what your score was from Monday, not to worry. You can start fresh today, and we're going to do a first practice after the warm-up, and then we're going to do a second practice after a little bit of training in between. Good morning to Lucy. Lovely to have so many people to speak to this morning. Fantastic. So the first thing we're going to do, as always, is a warm-up. Make sure that we're ready to go, and we're going to loosen off those cobwebs as we always do, just by doing a little jog on the spot. And now that I've moved the camera, it's too low and you can't see my head. Let me try one more time. Keep jogging on the spot whilst I just play with the camera a little bit. Oh, is that going to work? Here we go. Fantastic. Super. So a little jog on the spot. Remember, this is your moment to shake off the cobwebs. Loosen up a little bit. Feel a little bit fresh for the day. Again, as we're jogging, we're just going to, I'll tell you what we'll do today, we'll just punch it out. Just light punches, just forwards, just straight forwards, punching just like this. Just to start to mobilise the shoulders, give them a little wake-up call, and we'll do some chicken wings today as well. Circles with your elbows like this. Monkey sounds are optional. Don't have to pretend to be a monkey this morning, unless you really want to. Fantastic. And as we slow down to a little walk, we're going to take some steps and just swing forwards and backwards. Don't kick anyone or anything. That will hurt. Backwards and forwards with one leg. Just loosen it up. Maybe each kick goes a little bit higher. Maybe go up onto your tiptoe with a standing foot. Just to add some stretching. Swap legs to the other side, do the same thing. So start low, open up the hips, and then start to come up a little bit higher. Move your arms, remember, are just helping you with your balance, okay? So whatever you need to do. Woo. Speaking of balance, I nearly fell over. Fantastic. Shake it off. Give it a little run, and we're just going to do another jog on the spot. This time we're going to be a little bit straighter with the knees, so the knees are starting to drive up now, elbows are coming back, and we're going to do from here 10 jumping jacks. So jumping out and in, star jump style. Okay, ready? I'm going to go for 10. Go out and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Jog back on the spot. And what we'll do here as we're jogging now, we're just going to open the shoulders and the chest muscles like this. Right arm goes over your left arm goes over the right. Fantastic. Right, back to running arms. And we're going to stop there and just going to do pendulum swings with the legs. Open out wide, come across. Excellent. And change to the other side. Fantastic. And just to finish off, 5 more star jumps, okay? 5 more jumping jacks, out and back in. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Okay. So, the first thing we need to do... Where did I put... Oh, my goodness. I left my timer in the other room. Bear with me. The camera's gone. I've remembered I left my timer somewhere else. Because you guys are going to need a timer, aren't you? For me to time your score. Ooh, camera's gone. Hopefully you can all still see me. But my laptop does this thing. I'm sure you all are very aware by now. There we go. That the screen shuts off for me. So what I'm going to do is find my timer on here and set it like this. Place it as close as I can to the screen for you to see. It's a bit smaller. Normally I have a little iPad. No, you're not going to be able to see that, are you guys? Pop it up on this little thing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our first attempt. There we go. We're going to have our first attempt. There's the timer with the sun shining on it so you can't see. Sort that out too. We're going to do our first attempt. So make sure now is a good time to make sure you're set up with your 10 items on the other side of the room. Remember, the aim of the challenge is to go from there, that wall, and bring the items back to this wall as quickly as you can. It could be any way, so you can run it there and back, place it from one wall to the next. You can have a little pot and put everything in one pot. You can place items from the floor onto the table, whatever it is that you're doing. We're going to start with 10. If you did join in on Monday and you've already got a score in your head and you used 9 items on Monday, then you can use the same amount of items that you did on Monday. You can use the same things. You can use different things, but we're trying to get a faster time. So I'm going to start our timer, okay? Hopefully you can see that, and that's a little bit smaller than it was on Monday. But once you have done the 10, check what the timer says, jot it down or type it in the comments. Let me know what your time is. Then we're going to do some training to get a bit better, and we're going to see if we can improve that score for later on this session. Okay, so I'm going to get ready before this shuts off again. We're going to get ready to go. Are you guys ready? Hopefully you have your 10 items in position and we can get set to go on 3, 2, 1. Go and get your 10 items one at a time. Put them down. Keep going. All of your items, place them on the other side of the room. Bring them over. You'll see me come into here lots of times. That's what you guys are doing as well. Oh. Okay, you guys keep going. What was mine? Ooh, gonna drop my score down. You guys keep going. The time is still there. We're on 40 seconds. For those of you that are still working, 47 seconds now. Fantastic. Coming up to 55, coming up to a minute. Let me know in the comments how you got on. And I'll let the timer run. So we're at 1 minute 2, 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4. Excellent. If you have finished, well done. Let me know in the comments how quickly you were able to get all your things. And we'll talk about in just a moment. Fantastic. Well, George, perfect. So you're about where you left off on Monday. If I could write a script and you could tell me, that would be exactly what I'd want you to say. You've got about 36. So our aim is to get that a little bit lower. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, I'll let the timer run whilst we're talking, and I'll reset it in a moment, just in case people are doing longer distances. I'll be very impressed if you're going for this amount of time. But I'll leave it running, and we'll reset it in a moment. The first thing we're going to do, though, we're going to try and improve our score. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you about a few tips and tricks that you can use for improving your score. The first thing I'm going to say is, as you go to one wall, focus on using one leg. Okay, I know my head's gone. But as you get to one side of your room or one element, focus on using one leg. So this is my left leg. And as I come down, I'm going to reach down with my left hand, pick up or put down the item. Okay, once I get to the other side, what you want to do is step with the other leg so that you're minimizing the amount of steps you have to take. Step with the other leg, reach down, either put down or pick up your item. And then what you could do in between is swap hands. So as you get to this side, you place it down there. Oh no. I think I've just remembered. Poor Stanley. Poor Stanley has missed out because I forgot to share the stream. Bear with me, guys. Poor Stanley. So what I want you to do, just whilst I'm helping Stanley out, we're going to practice. It's just coming down. You're going to go down on your left side and then change to your right side, okay? So we're going to practice lunging downward to the left, lunge down to the right, okay? Take it in turns just like this, okay? Off you go. I'm just going to share this really quick with Stanley. Right. Hopefully Stanley will join in. Okay, stop there. So that's my first tip, okay? My first tip is that you run towards one side, use one leg, either pick up or place the item, go to the other side, change what hand and leg you're using, because that will minimize the amount of steps you're having to take. And also, I know from having done it the other day, that if you keep turning the same direction, what you're doing, you're wearing out one side, one leg muscle, for example. And also, if you're doing it over a short distance, it will encourage you to get dizzy. We don't want to get dizzy whilst we're running, do we? So changing which side you're working, take that step there, take another step here, then reach down. It just encourages you to work both sides of your legs, keep yourself as fresh as possible, okay? I'm also, just in case, so the second thing we're going to do today is think about staying low. So what we're going to do some squats, but we're not going to come up all the way. We're going to do half squats, okay? And they look a little bit like this. So we're going to squat down to here, and we're going to come up but come down. So it's kind of like a half squat. So we don't go all the way up. And what we're going to hopefully do here is just keep these muscles engaged and then sit back down. Then we're going to come up and down. So we're holding this position the whole time, and it's almost like the opposite of a squat. So it's a reverse squat. So we're coming up and down, holding the low position, okay? Because what I want you to do is engage those muscles. So we're going to do that for about 30 seconds, okay? So squat down, and then just lift up and come back down. So we're just going to hold this. If you want to and you think you can, hold it for as long as you can, and then just little power up, just keep those engaged, and it looks from the side like this. So my knees stay here, my bottom comes here, I'm just lifting just a little bit, half squats, okay? I hope Stanley was able to join in, as I know he's a keen joiner-inner, and he likes to do that. So do those little half squats, and then I've got one more tip for you. I'll use one more tip, And that is for you to think about your tactics, okay? So, your tactics. I'm so sorry. I wanted to share this and I've ended up using the same one. Let's do this. That should be done. Think about tactics. So what I mean by that is that you are running with a plan, okay? So if I'm going to one side, and I think on Monday Max mentioned it, he said to decide which of your items, if you haven't already done so, reset now and just listen as I'm talking. So decide which side you're going to work from and which item you're going to pick up next. Now it might be that you want to work smallest to largest because that'll be the trickier ones to handle first. It might be that you just want to work from left to right. Okay, and you've got your little section there that you're working from left to right. It might be that you are you're thinking that actually I'd like to know which one I'm picking up next. So it might just be that you've decided you're going to pick up the ball first, the blue pair of socks, the Woody's hat. Maybe that you're thinking, I'll grab them onto the truck next. Stanley's here. I'm so sorry, Stanley. I'm so sorry. We're going to have a little go at beating our score from Monday, okay? And we've done a couple of exercises to try and help with that, okay? So what we'll do, just for you, Stan, we'll make sure we do it 2 more times before we go today. Okay, so we're going to get started now. Stanley, you'll have your first turn. Everyone else will be our second turn. And if you want to have a third turn to see if you can improve your score afterwards, we'll do that, okay? So I'm going to reset this. Stanley, you're going to need your 10 items, so set those up quick as you can. Hopefully it's the same as you did on Monday. And as you're doing that, I'm just going to recap on the tips. So for everyone else as well, just a quick recap. Try to alternate which leg goes forwards first. So I'm going to start with my left leg, pick up, go to the other side, use my right leg, pick up or put down, whichever way it goes. Okay. So that's the first tip. Second tip is don't come up too high unnecessarily. Okay. I know that from here, I'm not having to stand up all the way in order to get to the other side, and I want to stay low. So I'm going nice and fast with quick feet. Okay. And that we did a little practice of staying in this low position and working from here. Okay. And the last tip was to have a plan in your mind. So are you going to go from left to right, right to left? Are you going to think about which item you're going to pick up in which order? So which one am I going to go for next? Or are you simply just going to go smallest to biggest and pick up the smaller ones first because they're a bit fiddlier? Are you ready? We're going to go for time. See if we can improve that score, George. And we're all going to go at the same time. Are you ready? On 3. 1, 2,